Here we are at the parking lot at Mount Gingera, and we're going to walk over to Mount Gingera. I run the camera in little clips because I can then glue them together, and when I turn it off,
that can be pretty painful. Yeah. I think all the major religions have worked out.
Several old logs.
Light.
Okay, from here, another couple of kilometers up to the top of Mount Gingera, which is looming over us there. Coree fog.
Yeah.
Special mountain fogs that live in these high altitude, marshy. A set of stepping stones to come across here.
You've got a week's reserve. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, if the cuts are too severe, you could
Here we are looking down over the western side of the mountain. here we can see both directions. To the east toward Canberra, there's some sort of sun reflection going on over there in Canberra. And we can see to the west
Okay.
Okay.
Park service? Nice. Oh, wow.
Butterfly surveying.
Good for you.
Might be a bit cold for butterflies though.
Yeah, lots of flies, but not many butterflies.
Arboretum, Bendora Arboretum, 4 kilometers, return 2 hours. The scenic fire trail leading to the heritage Bendora Arboretum and Bendora Hut. No bushwalking experience required.
Are you carrying extra weights?
This is Bendora Hut.
Some reading material if you get trapped in that snowstorm?
You get stuck in here, you can read, what is it? Well, Wild
122.
Wild magazine from 2022. These are eastern white pine, Pinus strobus. Eastern white pine has leaves or needles in groups of 5 and soft cone scales. The needles have a silvery line, giving them a whitish tinge. White pine is native to Canada and eastern United States.
There's a sign here.
These are Lawson's cypress from southern Oregon.
Wow.
Very tall and straight, aren't they? Perfect telephone pole.
Cypress.
A graceful tree planted for its ornamental value and versatile wood. It grows naturally in a small area near the Pacific coast in Oregon and California. This is black pine from Europe and Asia.
Western white pine, Pinus monticola, a graceful tree from the Rocky Mountains of western United States and Canada. It is known as the state tree of Idaho and sometimes known as the Idaho pine.
It has very smooth bark, doesn't it?
It's almost got a similar texture to the Currion tree.
Yeah.
Pine, Pinus ponderosa. Various forms of western yellow pine are found from British Columbia southward and eastward through the western USA and into Mexico.
This pine is the most important timber species in western USA. Used for building construction. Huge native eucalypt tree there. That must be 30, 40, 50 meters high. It's really a big tree and has a nice road going past it.
European larch, Larix decidua. One of the very few deciduous conifers. Its light green, needle-like leaves turn bright yellow before they fall in the autumn.
European larch occurs naturally in mountainous regions of Central Europe. Very cold tolerant, able to survive winter temperatures down to minus 50 degrees centigrade, and grows up to the tree line at 2,400 meters altitude in the Alps.
Monterey pine, Pinus radiata, native of the central coast of California and the Mexican islands of Guadalupe and Cedros. In its native habitat, the tree is seldom taller than 35 meters.
Well, I'd say these are taller.
Yes, they've been a while.
They're pretty tall. These are Arizona cypress with all these dead horizontal limbs down at the lower level. Some quite big, thick ones here. The sugar pine. Sugar pine, Pinus lambertiana. Sugar pine gets its name from the sugary edible resin that forms around the edge of wounds or fire scars, native to the mountains of the Pacific coast of North America from Oregon to California to Mexico. It's the tallest and most massive pine in North America. Large trees, sometimes older than 500 years, have reached 80 meters in height. Coastal redwood, Sequoia sempervirens. Coastal redwood is the tallest tree in the world. 15 known living redwoods over 110 meters tall in California. Trees planted in 1901 near Rotorua in New Zealand are now 67 meters tall. Wow. This only occurs on the coast of northern California and southern Oregon below 900 meters altitude. Douglas fir is one of the most important timber trees in the world, named after David Douglas, who lived in 1799 to 1834. He only lived to be 35 years old. He was a Scottish botanist who first introduced the tree into cultivation. It comes from the west coast of Canada, the USA, extends into Mexico. It is the Oregon pine of the timber trade. Some North American trees are over 100 meters tall. This species is easily distinguished by the three-pointed bracts on the cone. This Douglas fir does not thrive in long, dry, hot summers in Australia. Canadian seed sources are best adapted to Australian conditions, but even the fastest growing Douglas fir cannot compete with the growth rate of Pinus radiata. Colorado blue spruce, Picea pungens. Maybe that's because it smells nice, huh? Native to the Rocky Mountains, the tallest known trees reach 50 meters and grow in the San Juan Mountains of Colorado. Pungens means sharply pointed, referring to the pointed leaves. This is the most drought-tolerant species of spruce. This is the big cone pine, Pinus coulteri. This specific name honors Thomas Coulter, the Irish botanist who first described this pine. It has a restricted and very fragmented distribution in California and northern Mexico, commonly growing on dry, rocky slopes and ridges in areas with winter rain and long, hot, dry summers. The wood is weak and soft, so it's not been used for commercial timber. However, it's cultivated as an ornamental tree. Here you can see this massive pine cone with sharp. This is the European small-leaf lime tree. European small-leaf lime is native to Europe, where it's called linden and planted for ornamental purposes. It's quite unrelated to citrus lime. The wood is white or pale yellow and soft, well suited for wood carving. Some fine carvings at St. Paul's Cathedral and Windsor Castle are made of lime wood. Back to the car again. It is now 4:48 in the afternoon. You can see the road down below where we were.
Yeah.
Evidently, the rock climbers come out here and come climbing on these rocks.
Okay. Wow.
So you stay here. I'm going to get a little closer to the edge.
Yeah.
Good. They've got these rocks bolted down. That's amazing. Well, here we are. You can see another road switchbacking up over that mountain over there. That's a power line road.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both sides of the range.